Race 4 on the card, the first leg of the pick 6 is a maiden plate for fillies and mares over 1,600 metres. The race due for 13:40. Couple of interesting runners. Certainly Warren from a place accumulator banker. I'm happy to side with number 8, Abby Wood. I think the fact that she steps back from the 1950 of her last start back to the 1,600 metres is going to be in her favour. Anton Marcus takes the ride for the Lausanne Forbes stable. She was obviously a beaten favourite last time, but I think she's certainly worth a chance. This is only her 4th career start. I think 1,600 metres is absolutely ideal. But she does have 2 market rivals, Warren. Number 1, Perfect Display. Shorted second to Wave Crest last time out. Well-bred daughter of Trippy from the Justin Snaith stable. And also number 9, Global Appeal, trained by Gareth Van Sale. Last time out second to Badra over 1,600 metres. Now Perfect Displays at 33-10, Global Appeal at 7-2, Abbey Wood at 19-10. But for me, the key factor could be, Anton Marcus is riding in this meeting a lot for Justin Snaith, but he's hopped off Perfect Display, grabbed the opportunity to ride Abbey Wood with both hands. And the Perfect Display and Global Appeal form were probably in lesser company on the poly track. They now revert to Hollywood Bet Scottsville on the turf. What's your view?
Would you take Global Appeal, horse number 9, the Global View filly, and let me make it very clear, she's got an outstanding chance. Blinkers are clearly helping her performance. But you go back in the form line, as you've said, she couldn't beat Miss Caruso, she couldn't beat Kind Judy, and she couldn't beat Badra, although they were excellent efforts. So, yeah, for me, she's got more of a place chance than a winning one, but if she were to win, I wouldn't be shocked. My numbers are 8, 1, 13 and 9. Abbey Wood, yes, lightly raced. We saw Legislates dance a horse the other day that we gave a last chance to. We didn't turn our back on Legislates dance, and he won, albeit just narrowly. And Abbey Wood's a kind of horse that fits into that same category for me. She's a nice filly. She's showing the right signs. And like you, I like her, and I like her quite a lot. I've gone with number 1, Perfect Display, to run second. Had the 2 runs in the province. Both were on the poly. Now onto the Scottsville turf. I think she's going to make her presence felt. 13, Anna Noba, excuse me, MJ Oudendaal's horse. I'm not too sure what to make of that. Well, we can all see it was an excellent effort. But Love of London was the winner of that race. There's already been 3 runners for 0 winners out of that form, so I'm a little concerned about that. She was the fastest finishing on that occasion, and she can only do what she did. She really motored home well. What do you make of Anna Noba? Well,
I think it was an excellent debut. She's again saddled with a very poor draw, so I would imagine again she's going to settle quite some way off the early pace and allow this daughter of Wiley Hall to finish off a race well, as she did on debut. Let's be clear, the debut run was in a very moderate lineup, but as you said, you can only do what you can do, and she showed tons of potential by coming from near the tail of the field to run on and finish a very close third. She quite possibly might have won that race had there another 100 metres to cover. Now, that was over 1,400. She goes 1,600 this time. That's clearly in her favour. And she's obviously a quartet must inclusion. And yes, if she were to win this race, I wouldn't be surprised. That's why, although I'm quite confident in suggesting number 8, Abbey Wood, as a place accumulator banker, I'm slightly less confident in suggesting her as a pick 6 banker, because I think you do need to consider the likes of Perfect Display, Global Appeal and Anna Noba along with Abbey Wood for the first leg of the pick 6. But obviously the smaller players, those who are a little less risk averse, might want to consider number 8, Abbey Wood, as a banker, because I do think she kind of has stronger claims than Perfect Display and Global Appeal, but the one that is a little bit of an unknown quantity is the one that you've mentioned most recent, number 13, Anna Noba. She could be anything. We know what Global Appeal is about. We know what Perfect Display is about. We know what Abbey Wood is about, and I think Abbey Wood will beat the other 2, but Anna Noba is very much the unknown quantity.
Okay, well put there by Graham. One other to mention just for the back end of quartets is number 15, Laurel Lane. Small quartet chance, but I had a word with Duncan after she ran last time, and he was quite disappointed with her performance. He expected a lot better. She is drawn the widest, but it's just merely a quartet suggestion. For us, we're in the camp of horse number 8, Abbey Wood, the Verse and Getrix filly, Anton Marcus, Lausanne Forbes, to be in the winner's enclosure.